Hello, welcome to this week's video. It's part two, a two-parter in Epping Forest, and I'm still with Chris Shepherd. And if you hadn't seen last week's video, go and check it out. All of Chris's details are on there, and it's just a wonderful autumn day, and what was, I would say, prime autumn season here in the UK. Really enjoyed so far photographing these lovely oak trees, lovely silver birches, the beautiful light, and we're coming further into the wood in this week, and we'll see what else we can find. There's some bracken, everything's got dew on it, just amazing. So come along, let's see what we can find this week. So first shot of the day. If you want to know the story of these lovely old oak trees, go and look at last week's video. But these oaks they've been here for hundreds of years, and they've been cut and trimmed, and what's great about this shot is the colour. So the light streaming through the back, we've got the light through these beautiful autumn leaves, we've got some green ones. There's almost a hint of mist in here as well as things are warming up, but there's a pathway, very faint, that leads all the way back through, and this old tree here in the foreground is going to be my main subject. Now on the back of the camera you probably can't see it, but this is really dark. The oak tree is really dense, really dark in shadow, and I've underexposed it a little bit because I don't want to overexpose the leaves, but also I know that you can pull the shadows up quite a lot on this camera. So we've got f8, 1/10 of a second, ISO 64, and that should be wonderful. Let me just show you the exposure on the back of here. So you can see with the histogram, it's way to the left, and we've underexposed it a little bit. But if I just, f8 is about the right aperture, so aperture is normally the thing that I choose. If we make the exposure correct according to the camera, I'm worried that I just do that, you should be able to see the histogram. I'm worried that there's some highlights on the histogram that are burnt out. I mean, we've got another kind of half a stop there, this end of the histogram anyway, but I don't want that to burn out really. It's not even the sky, so generally it's the sky that burns out, but it's not even the sky with this, I don't think, because this is even brighter. So all I'm doing, it's just coming down a little bit, knowing that I've got some, wrong way, knowing that I've got some shadows that I can burn in, and actually that looks okay. Let's have a look. If you look at the histogram, yeah, a little bit of clipping, but actually that's not too bad. So focus on the tree, delay, and there's the picture. Great, another one in the bag. So the light is amazing, isn't it? Isn't it really, really good? So right, let's move on to see what else we can find. There's a pond I've just noticed as well, and Chris is taking me around. He knows this area quite well, so just the most beautiful place. Can you see, look at the camera, right? Can you see this tree? I'm going to try something a bit different. So I've just done a panoramic, horizontal panoramic. I really love this tree, and what I'm going to try and do is do a vertical panoramic. So I'm going to have the camera horizontally, or landscape, and I'm just going to move it up and up and up and up. Then I'm going to try and stitch that together, see what happens. It's in Lightroom. I'm just going to turn them all into portrait so that it stitches together easier. Interesting idea, hopefully. Let's see if it works. Exposure is going to be quite bright. I don't mind if the sky blows out altogether. It looks quite good. So get the camera level and I'll talk you through it. Okay, so here's the tree. It's going to look lovely. These backlit branches. Okay, so the first thing that I've done is made sure that the tripod got this bit at the front, because otherwise when I get to full height, actually it needs to be at the back. So let's turn that around, because otherwise we get to full height and it won't lean back anymore. So that's like that. I'm going to spin around. It's hard holding this and showing it at the same time. Wah! Spin the camera all the way around like that. Okay, tighten that. Oops. Tighten that up. And now what we need to do is I just need to get this spirit level level. Let's do that. I have to stop filming because otherwise I'm going to run out of hands. Right, so that's level. So f6.7, an eighth of a second, ISO 64. I appreciate that these leaves here are burning out, but I don't mind that. So that's the first picture. And now what I'm going to do is just going to raise the camera so that if I imagine it portrait, we're going to have 20% overlapping. I'm just going to do a series of those. Then I'm going to stitch them all together. And I'll put the picture on the screen if it comes out, which it might. Okay, let's do that now. Right, let me talk you, if you can see me through these branches, let me talk you through this shot. I'm going to do another panoramic, and this is different to the one from last week because we've still got some light slightly higher now, light through these lovely autumn leaves, autumn colour, but there's some lovely old beech trees here which are just really nicely arranged. I really like them. It's like an avenue a little bit, but I'm going to do a panoramic first from the beech tree to the left along this little row here. And the good thing about doing that is I haven't got to crop out the sky because I'm going to zoom in. So the way to shoot a panoramic is set it on manual focus, make sure everything is level as much as you can get it, and then overlap the pictures quite a lot. And then we'll get Photoshop or Lightroom to stitch it all together. Then there's another photograph I can see which is actually in here, which I quite like as well. So I'll shoot that one afterwards. So there might be two shots from here, but let me shoot this and I'll show you what I'm doing. Right, so I've squeezed up against the silver birds that you saw earlier and going to shoot this on about 60mm. This means I haven't got to crop the sky out and the picture's going to be stitched together. So the thing to do is get the tripod as level as you can using a little spirit level here. I've got the spirit level on the back of the camera, which I'm just going to make sure is as level as it can be. So everything is pretty much level, doesn't matter exactly. And then the shot, I'm going to overlap these, so it's going to be bang, 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 bang. I'm going to keep the cameras on manual. We're using 1 second at 9.5, ISO 64, focusing on this tree here, but with 9.5 I've got a little bit of leeway, but that kind of works. So I need that tree and this tree in focus. In fact, it might be a good idea to focus it up on this one. There we go. And that's hopefully going to lock in place. And here we go. So, first one. What you can do is put your hand in front of the lens just to say, so this next one, that's going to be, my hand's going to go there, see that, and I can see that and go, what's happened there? That's the end of the panoramic. Right, good, let's put that on the screen. Just going to shoot that one down there, and then that's probably time for lunch. So I'm going to buy Chris a very well earned cup of coffee and a bit of lunch. Okay, so this is going to be the last shot of the day, I think. Got this lovely avenue of beech trees. I called them oaks in the last video. They aren't oaks, they're beech trees. But we're also with these leaves here, so I'm going to focus on, so the rest of it's out of focus. Again, that kind of out of focus effect looks really good in this kind of woodland. Might also do a little bit of autumn effect on it, just to make it lovely and soft and beautiful. So I'll shoot this, I'll put it on the screen along with the pan, along with all the other pictures from the day. If I shoot anything else, I'll put them on the screen as well. And I will say thank you very much for tuning in as ever. It's really nice that you've taken the trouble. Thanks again to Chris Shepherd. His details are down below. Go and check him out for guiding me around this wonderful place, which I'm going to come back to. So from a lovely Epping Forest, let's shoot this. I'll see you next Sunday at 6. Goodbye.